Alright, this is Alright, today I'm going to do a little unboxing of my new ThinkPad T410 that I just got today. UPS guy just dropped it off. I'm pretty excited. This is the box that it came in. I've already cut it open so you can avoid all that on video, but as you can see, it's pretty thin. It's not much wider than the laptop itself, which it's a little nerve-wracking considering it came from China, but looks like the box made it in good shape, so we'll take a look at what's inside. Alright, let's go from left to right here. Looks like inside there, it's really hard to see on video, but there's a power adapter in there. Get your standard US cable there. And a little 65-watt Lenovo power adapter. Apologize for the monitor in the background, I'm recording this live. Let's see, a little pouch inside here with some other stuff. Looks like we have a bag. There's some manuals and guides of how to set this thing up. And also way down in there, what looks like the battery. I ordered the 6-cell battery with this thing, so we'll plug this in a bit and see how it all works. Alright, it's like the last thing to do is take out the main show here. It's held in place by these. Set the camera down really quickly. Take the green protectors off of it. And here's the laptop itself. It's in a protective bag. Looks like it's pretty good for moisture. A couple little breathing holes there. But overall, appears to be in good shape. Alright, there she is. Really nice looking. This is my first ThinkPad since the T40P I bought 5 or 6 years ago. Just taking it out of the back, the quality feels just as sturdy. I know with these models they updated the lid, and instead of what it used to be, it's now ABS plastic, which actually feels pretty good. It's still got the same ThinkPad rubberized paint that everybody likes. Simple ThinkPad logo up there. Hinges are just about perfect on this one. There were some complaints of the monitor flexing in the middle when you open it, and I can definitely see a little of that. I don't know if the video is picking it up too well, but I mean, it's not a huge issue there. Hinges are nice and sturdy. Alright, this is what it looks like opened. Again, this is the 14-inch model, the T410. Next, on the left you got your random signage. I ordered this guy with a Core i5 540, which should run at a stock rate of 2.53 gigahertz and go all the way up to 3.06 under turbo mode. Another thing I immediately noticed is the trackpad here. It's got what looks like the same trackpad as the T400S. It's got a really nice bumpy texture to it, which I can already tell I'm going to like that. It's got little lines here for the scroll bars. See your vertical and horizontal axes there. And of course it's got the nub. Love that little guy. And let's see the keyboard. There have been a few complaints of flex on these things that I've read around the internet, so we'll test it out. Uh-oh. Up here, you can hear the escape key clacking a little bit. There's some definite flex there. You can see this whole region kind of going when I push in. That's a lot of pressure I'm putting on it now, but it's still flexing way more than it should. Side's not bad. There's a little bit of flex on the inner key. But overall it's nothing bad. I'm definitely going to take the keyboard out a little later and put something under that escape key to keep it from clacking. But that's the inside. See, up here we have webcam. Should be 2 megapixel webcam, and there's a Think light right up in there. Sorry, it's kind of blurry. There we go. Let's give a quick walkthrough of this guy. See, on the right hand side here, push in, you got your express card slot right there. External SATA port, which will be really nice for my external drives. It looks like we have a combination microphone headphone jack there. Instead of having two different ones, this one does both. Or you can use a headset with a microphone and headset in the same piece. Moving over, we got the 8X DVD burner. Right here you see this yellow port, which is actually just your standard USB port, plus it's powered. Which means that when the laptop is in sleep mode or hibernate mode, you can plug things like your cell phone or your iPod into there, and it will charge them without the laptop actually having to be up and working. I haven't tested it yet, but I believe that if the laptop is completely powered off, that port is inoperative, but I'll report back on that later. Next to that, we have a 1394 FireWire port. It's just the standard 400 megabit. You got your Kensington lock hole there. Moving around back, you got 56K modem port. Kind of surprised they still include those, but I guess better safe than sorry. Got your battery slot here. Power port. A little ventilation back here. You can see the copper heatsink from the CPU. And the model I got just has the integrated graphics, and this new i5 CPU does have the GPU in the same package. So there should only be one major chip to cool in this thing, which hopefully will help keep thermals down. Here we have your standard D-Sub 15 port. I don't know, got mixed emotions about that. I wouldn't mind a DVI port, but for the majority of projectors and peripherals out there already, that's probably the best bet there. Next to that we have our Gigabit Ethernet port, and right up there is DisplayPort. Okay, so instead of DVI it forewent that and went with the DisplayPort instead, which will hopefully get a little more adoption in monitors. And all around that is just 3 more USB 2 ports. And over to the right here we have a little compartment, and that's actually where the hard drive will go. I ordered mine with just a standard mechanical drive, and hopefully I'll be able to upgrade to an SSD in the near future. Alright, there we go. Looks like on the front we also have a card reader for SD, MMC, and with an adapter you can also use micro SD and mini SD cards as well, I believe. Possibly does memory stick. I haven't really looked at the specs, but it looks like it should fit in there. One other interesting thing I noticed here is the latch. Most older ThinkPads have the latch actually on the lid itself, up here on the lip. But this one, it puts the latch mechanism down here in the palm rest, which, I don't know, it's not bad. It's actually good. And one thing I noticed is when you click it all the way to the right, it actually locks there, so you can easily open it with one hand. Which, since I'm holding the camera in the other hand, that is actually pretty nice. Let's flip this thing over so you can see the back of it. The first thing I've noticed about the back of this unit is that it's really flat compared to the other ThinkPads I've owned. I currently have an X30 that I use for school and my old T40 that died on me, unfortunately. They both had a lot more of this kind of ridging pattern and various other bumps in the back. This is very flat, very clean looking. I kind of like it. The only things of note back here really are the battery port, which actually, in comparison to the T400, it sits in further so that the 6-cell battery does not jut out the back anymore. That's what I ended up buying, was the 6-cell with this unit, so I'll show you that in action in a moment. Otherwise, you have the new docking port. I'm not sure if it's compatible with the older T400 docks or not, but that's kind of what it looks like. And right here is just a panel for you can remove to upgrade your memory, or looks like there's an extra keyboard screw hidden in there as well, so we'll take a look at that in a bit also. Alright, let's power this thing on and see what happens.